All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon, and today is the beginning of 2024, the first day of the year, and with that, we've got the new Metazoo roadmap for the coming year. So this was an interesting roadmap, some interesting insights that we can glean from this. Only 3 sets to be released the entire year. Metazoo has already said they plan on pulling back from a lot of the collabs and a lot of the ancillary product that are just, kind of promotional stuff to focus mostly on getting these core sets out on time. Now, obviously, we did a review maybe a week ago about the roadmap that Metazoo had released for 2023, the previous year. And we noted that there were like 18 items on that list, and of those 18, barely even half of them came to fruition, and the ones that did come to fruition were pretty much late or underwhelming or half-assed. So only 3 things planned on this year's 2024 roadmap compared to last year's 18. So a pretty significant change, in my opinion, and probably a change for the better, even though you look at this roadmap and it looks like it might be kind of boring because there's really nothing on it except for the 3 sets, War, 7 Seas, and Yokai Island. But I think it's good that they're focusing on the core sets, which is what a lot of people want them to do, and not getting distracted by all these other things that are making them late, like the Karami set. But let's read what Metazoo said in this Discord announcement of this 2024 roadmap. So they say, at everyone, with our focus shifting to core sets, the above is the conservative roadmap for 2024. When and where appropriate, we will be adding more things, but only as a secondary push after the core sets are taken care of. And of course, we are excited for Cryptid Clash, the game coming out, which we will see support in not only in our core products, but our supplementary ones as well. I think they're referring to code cards in that part of this. Happy 2024, everyone, and be safe tonight. So there is a chance that we're going to get things that are not listed in this roadmap, which is good because that is them kind of addressing the overpromise and under-deliver criticism that Metazoo has been getting. Don't promise something if we might not get it, and I think that is the method I prefer here, to only have 3 things on this list, maybe a collab that doesn't specify what exactly it is, so we don't get our hopes up and get promised something that we might not get. That is good. Now, if you look at this roadmap, the biggest negative that I see here is January, February, and March are blocked off as product backlog. That's the entire first quarter of the year. And to me, that's referring to the streamer kits, Legacy, potentially the SCP set, and whatever other miscellaneous pre-orders that might be late, like the 3rd anniversary set. So to me, this is the one thing about this that I just really didn't like, because when you look at this, it's no guarantee of when we're going to get these things that we were already promised for last year, specifically Legacy. I was really hoping to get some kind of formal announcement when it comes to Legacy as to where it's been, when we'll get it, why is it late. Again, Legacy was this really cool concept for a set. Originally promised in September, then pushed back to December. December is now officially over, so they have now officially missed 2 of their own deadlines. For Legacy, I was really hoping in this roadmap to see a guaranteed time frame for Legacy. But the fact that they blocked off an entire 3-month window, an entire quarter of the year to just catching up on these things, is still kind of a we don't know when you're going to get it type of thing. And I kind of don't like that they haven't specifically addressed some of these things, like the streamer kits, like SCP, but specifically I'm looking at Legacy as something that I really think we need an answer as far as where is it? Why is it late? When are we going to get it? And not just you might get it in the next 3 months. You might get it in the first part of the year at some point. And that's the only thing I really didn't like about this roadmap. Now, as far as everything else, it looks like we're getting this War core set, which was originally slated for this year. I believe it was slated for August of this year, 2023. That's not going to come out until May. So we've got to wait about half a year to get the next core set from Metazoo. In August, they've got 7 Seas. And in November, they've got Yokai Island. So kind of ambitious, I think, to shoot for 3 core sets this year when all that we got in 2023 was really native. So I like that they're trying to crank out these core sets and focus on the core sets. I like that there's kind of a minimized number of potential collabs here, potential promotional things. There is this ultra secret possible collab listed for June and July. And I'm kind of wondering about some other things too, because like one big thing in 2023 that was kind of teased was this potential Arby's collab. Arby's, the fast food restaurant chain. Arby's even posted on their social media pictures of Metazoo cards, pictures of people at people at Arby's opening up Metazoo packs with their Arby meal. And there was this big collab teased. It didn't come to fruition in 2023, and there's no mention of that on this 2024 roadmap. So I kind of wonder what exactly did happen with that Arby's collab, because that was something I was excited for. Also, noticeably absent from here is the Topps Chrome Sapphire set. Mike had teased this on several different streams when I was opening the first Topps Chrome. And he was saying that was something he was really hoping for Halloween, was a Nightfall-themed Topps Chrome set with the success of Topps Chrome. You don't see that listed anywhere on here. Maybe that could be the ultra-secret possible collab, but it wouldn't really make sense for June and July. I think a lot of people would probably expect the Nightfall set to come out in the fall around Halloween, maybe in October, but maybe that's it. That was something I was really hoping to see on this roadmap. But again, I think it's a positive thing that there's not a bunch of stuff listed on this roadmap, because that means they're listening. They're not trying to overpromise. They want to make sure that they get us the things that they say they're going to get us. So again, I don't think it's a bad thing that there's not a lot of things on this list. I think it's actually a good thing. But there were some things that I was hoping to maybe get hinted at, or maybe we could see a glimpse of when we might get them. But if they don't know, then they don't know, and they can't give us a date of when we might get it. And I think that's the preferred way of doing it. I would just have liked to. I would have liked them to have known, I guess, would be my thing. I would have liked to see that on here, but really all we're getting on this is when the core sets are supposed to come out. So I really hope that Metazoo does what they say they're going to do here. I really hope they crank out these core sets. I really hope they come on time. I hope we get all three this year. And I think, again, we need to really hold them to this, especially this time. With this roadmap only having 3 things, this is like a make or break year for Metazoo. I really think it is. They're promising us 3 core sets this year. That's it. That's all they're promising. And I feel like if they start to miss these deadlines and they start to mess up these core sets, that's something we really need to pay attention to, because I think for Metazoo to turn the ship around, what they really need to do is show consistency. Show that they can promise 3 core sets, deliver them on time with no issues, no big TCG player, just dropping product on the market like they did with Hello Kitty for nothing. We need to see some really without a hitch releases for these. No delays, no issues with pre-orders, it'll be interesting to see what the price on these sets does, how well they hold after release, but I really think that it's critical that Metazoo releases these on time and there's no big hangups. I think that's the biggest thing we need to be looking at as we go into 2024. Metazoo needs to demonstrate that they can do it. They can give us a promise, they can keep the promise, and they're going to come out with those sets on time with no delays, no hiccups. That's what they need to start showing a track record of to kind of reinvigorate the confidence that the fans had at one point in Metazoo. And I think it's important to remember, when we talk about the collab sets, I think it's important to remember that Metazoo was kind of addressing a need at that time when everything was really at its all-time peak. Prices were going crazy. You placed a pre-order, you were lucky to get it before it sold out. So there was a time where everything Metazoo dropped sold out immediately. So Metazoo's response to that really was new collabs, new releases. Let's give the people what they want and give them more opportunities to buy product, more opportunities to get cards, more opportunities to participate in a pre-order, because everything that they were dropping was selling out. So at the time, that was a strategy that worked. Even though some stuff was late, even though a lot of stuff sold out, they were trying to meet the demand of the market, and that's why they had all these ancillary sets. Now, that demand doesn't really exist, so that kind of strategy doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have all these extra sets when you can barely sell the core sets. So now they're adjusting their strategy, and I think that is an important thing to recognize here, that when we had all these collabs, it was kind of at a time where the demand was crazy, and they were trying to meet that demand. Now that that demand isn't here, they're adjusting their plan, and I think that's good. But also noticeably missing from this list was any sort of major catalyst as far as mainstream appeal of Metazoo. You don't see anything about, you know, a Netflix show, an animated series, a video game. And we know about the Cryptid Clash. You don't see anything about a book, anything else about the manga. There's really nothing big in here that would suggest like a big turnaround for Metazoo other than just showing consistency and releasing product. There's nothing here that looks like a gigantic catalyst. So those were the main things I think we're missing. Or the Topps Sapphire set, the Arby's collab, I think some sort of giant catalyst, and also just no specific date for Legacy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. What do you think of Metazoo's roadmap for 2024? And do you think they will meet these obligations here? Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.